Hello, good morning, all of you. This is
Good
our
morning, ma'am.
this is our first online class with my online class with your section. Last whatever class I have taken, I have completed functional group. So here I am going to start with the chemical properties. Isn't it, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Chemical properties. Is the board clear? Are you able to see the board? Is it hazy, blurred?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay? Okay. So first chemical property which we are going to study in this topic is combustion. Can anyone tell me what is combustion? Anyone? Anyone of you from you?
The process of burning carbon compound.
Burning in presence of oxygen.
Burning of कहाँ पढ़े थे पहले आप लोग ये topic? Where have you read this topic? In which class?
8.
In 10?
And burning carbon with the presence of oxygen and gives CO2 and wet.
इसका definition, exact definition क्या होगा? Burning of carbon compound in presence of air to give CO2 and H2O with the evolution of energy in the form of heat and light. This is the exact definition. Okay, burning of carbon compound in the presence of air to give CO2 and H2O with the evolution of energy in the form of what? Heat and light. So combustion is a kind of what? Is kind of exothermic reaction. कैसा reaction है? इस type का reaction है? Exothermic. Thermic means what? Thermic means होता है heat. And exo means होता है exit. Exit means होता है release. So release of heat energy. And along with heat energy, what else is given out? Light is also given out. This is a kind of exothermic reaction, and we can also say that this is oxidation reaction. Okay. This is what? This is oxidation also. Why it is oxidation? Because the reaction is taking place in the presence of air, or air means what? Air means oxygen. Air means what? Air means oxygen. And whatever product is formed, that is oxide. Oxide of carbon and oxide of hydrogen. ठीक है? Carbon dioxide and hydrogen oxide is formed. So this is what process? Oxidation भी है, exothermic भी है. अगर characteristics of reaction पूछा जाएगा, then what can you say? What can you say in oxidation in this characteristics of reaction? बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं. Let me admit them all. Shivam, board is not clear. Board is not clear to all.
No, ma'am.
Everybody of you are saying board is not clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
देखो बेटा white board है और दीवार भी white ही है. अभी कैसा दिख रहा है?
क्लियर है मैम.
मैम दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है.
शांभवी, शांभवी को नहीं दिखता है कभी भी. Tell me how many of you are able to see the board? Raise your hand. How many of you are able to see the board? Raise your hand. See, it would not be like a class. Crystal clear. It will not be. 15 of you are saying out of 30, 16. Who is unmute? Mute yourself. Mute yourself.
If parent is negative.
So you have to adjust. Okay, try to adjust. So this is combustion. What is combustion? Burning of carbon compound in the presence of air to give carbon dioxide and water with the evolution of energy in the form of what? एनर्जी किस फॉर्म में निकलेगा? हीट एंड लाइट के फॉर्म में. एक्सोथर्मिक है. वाई एक्सोथर्मिक? बिकॉज रिलीज ऑफ प्रियांश कुमार. प्रियांश कुमार,
यस मैम.
व्हाट आर यू राइटिंग इन द चैट बॉक्स?
मैम गलती से लिखा गया, शिवम को बोल रहे हैं.
डोंट डू दिस मिस्टेक. एवरीबॉडी
Yes,
इज
ma'am.
रीडिंग एंड एवरीथिंग इज बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड. So exit means what? Release of heat. And oxidation. Oxidation भी हो रहा है क्योंकि प्रोडक्ट जो बन रहा है वो ऑक्साइड फॉर्म हो रहा है. तो ये कैसा प्रोसेस है? ऑक्सीडेशन प्रोसेस है. Now let us take some example. Whatever carbon compound you will take, each time you will find that the product will be what? Product will be same. And keep on noting down the things. Keep down. Okay, so I have taken what? I have taken methane, CH4. Is it clear? Let me change the marker. CH4. Now it is clear, dark. Now, when you will react with oxygen, if you take C plus O2, if you take C2H5OH, what is this C2H5OH? What is this C2H5OH?
Ethanol.
It is methanol. It is
Ethanol.
It is ethanol. Okay, it is ethanol. O2. Whichever compound you take of carbon, either it is carbon only, it is CH4 क्या है? What is CH4? What is CH4? What is its name?
Methane.
It is methane. It is methane. ये क्या है? This is methane. This you know, this is carbon. And what it is? It is ethanol. Each time, whether it is methane, it is carbon, or it is ethanol, each time the product form will be what? Same. All the time it will be what? CO2 plus H2O. Here also it will be only CO2 because no hydrogen is there, so no compound of hydrogen will be formed. Next, C2H5OH. This will also give what? CO2 plus H2O. Now you need to balance the equation. I have written the product. Okay, product is being written here. Now you need to balance it. तो यहाँ पे कार्बन कितना है? 1 है. हाइड्रोजन कितना है? 4 है. तो यहाँ पे आप 2 लगा देंगे. Is it balanced? Is it balanced? Class? 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen and oxygen. Now it is balanced. Class? Why don't you respond? Say
No, ma'am.
yes or no.
No, ma'am.
It is not balanced. It is not balanced. कार्बन 1 हो गया. यहाँ
No,
पे
ma'am.
कार्बन 1 है. हाइड्रोजन 4 है. हाइड्रोजन 4 है. ऑक्सीजन 4 है. ऑक्सीजन 4 है. है या नहीं?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This one is already balanced. This one is already balanced. 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. Now balance this equation. All of you balance this equation quickly. Balance this equation quickly. C2H5OH plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Try it. कर रहे हैं?
Ma'am, done.
Done. So what it will be?
Yes.
कितना होगा? C कितना है? C is
Ma'am, 2.
2. तो
2.
यहाँ पे आप 2 लिख देंगे. How many H is there?
6.
6. So यहाँ पर आप क्या लिख देंगे? 3 लिख देंगे. Now check for oxygen.
3.
How many oxygen is there? यहाँ पे 4
3.
and 4 plus 3 7. तो यहाँ पर क्या कर दोगे? यहाँ पे 3 लगा दोगे तो 6 and 1 7 हो गया. Okay. Next question. What is this compound? Name of this compound?
Ethene.
Ethane.
It is what? This is ethene. तो यहाँ पे product क्या बनेगा? When combustion of ethene will take place, then what product will be formed?
CO2 plus H2O.
CO2 plus H2.
CO2 plus H2O will be formed. Okay. Now you need to balance it. Balance करिए. C कितना है?
2.
2.
2.
Okay. Now H
4.
4.
4. यहाँ पे 2 लगा देंगे. Now is
Ma'am, done.
oxygen balanced? Is oxygen balanced or not?
O2 पे 2 है.
No, ma'am.
होगा.
No. तो यहाँ पर कितना
No,
लिख
ma'am.
देंगे? 4 and 2 6 है ना? 4 oxygen and 2 oxygen. Total number of oxygen is 6. So you'll put here what? 3.
3.
3.
3.
Do you used to see the YouTube of DAV CRRC gaya class? Do you know this or not? Ki the recorded class is there in the YouTube.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you know it. So if you don't understand anything, you can watch there again. Okay. So is this point clear to one and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
आपको समझ में आ गया कि if any carbon compound, you take any carbon compound, if you will burn it in the presence of oxygen, then what's going to happen? What will be the product form? What product?
CO2 and H2O.
CO2 and H2O. Okay.
H2O.
CO2 and H2O. And then the next step, what you have to do? Next
Balance.
step क्या करेंगे? Balance. You need to balance it. Suppose I write one more. C2 H6 plus O2. What you will get? Write down the product in the balanced form. Quickly, all of you. Write the product in balanced form. What is the product? What product will be formed? Priyam? Priyam Raj, Tenny?
Ma'am, 2 CO2 plus 3 H2O.
2 CO2 plus 3 H2O. All of you have got the same. All of you have got the same? Or is it different? Is it different class? No one is replying. Carbon कितना है? 2 है. Hydrogen is 6.
Ma'am,
And
in the
oxygen,
reaction side, oxygen gets 6.
oxygen is how many? 4 and 3, 7. 4 and 3, 7. So what you will do to balance it? यहाँ पे क्या लिख देंगे? 7/2 लिख देंगे, then it will be balanced. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
If you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
write 7/2 to cancel and then 7 oxygen, it's okay. So if such kind of condition arises, then you will do this thing. Okay, one more I'm giving you, one more. Write down. Chalo, लिखो दो. C2H2. What is the name of this compound? What is the name?
Ethine.
Ethyne. Okay. So what product will be formed? Who is going to tell me? Abhijit? Abhijit?
CO2 plus H2O.
CO2 plus H2O. Now balance it, all of you. All of you balance the equation. Who will give me the balanced equation? Bhavya?
Ma'am, done.
Done. Everybody, how many have balanced it? Raise your hand. Those who have balanced, raise your hand. Those who have balanced, please raise your hand. How many? 12, 13. Who is going to reply me? Ritika? Ritika?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो बेटा क्या होगा?
C2H2 plus 5/2 O2, then 2CO2 plus H2O.
2CO2 plus H2O. सबका आया है ये?
Yes, ma'am.
Oxygen balance नहीं होगा. What step you will do is clear ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now combustion is oxidation. Okay. Combustion. Now board is clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Combustion is what? Oxidation. But is oxidation combustion? Tell me. Is oxidation combustion?
Not
Combustion
necessary.
is oxidation. Combustion process is oxidation always. Combustion will be always oxidation. Why it will be always oxidation? Because the product form is of oxide. Carbon dioxide. Hydrogen oxide. Okay. But oxidation is not combustion. Because all the time in oxidation process, evolution of energy in the form of heat and light is not going to take place. Is it going to take place? Rusting of iron. I am giving you example. Rusting of iron is an oxidation process or not? Last.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
But is it combustion?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Burning of magnesium is oxidation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it combustion?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Combustion also. Rancidity of the food. Rancidity of the food is oxidation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it combustion?
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
never. No energy is evolved there in any form, either in the form of heat, light or electricity. किसी भी form में energy का evolution नहीं हो रहा है. So we come to the conclusion that combustion is always oxidation. Combustion is always oxidation, but oxidation is not always combustion. Is the point clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Clear to one and all? Now, one example more I'll give you. Combustion is not always a complete combustion. Combustion is not always a complete combustion. when a combustion is said to be complete, and when you will identify, how can you identify that this is a complete combustion? Anyone? In 10F I have taught this thing, I remember.
When CO2 will be evolved, then it is complete combustion.
Okay, how can you identify? My question is that how you are going to identify that this is a complete combustion?
When no
It will
residue is
give
left.
When no ash remains.
Okay, you are not giving the perfect answer. How?
When it will
How are you
occur
going
blue
to
flame?
identify combustion? So for complete combustion, complete combustion means what? Blue flame. क्या होगा? Blue flame. दिख रहा है? Complete combustion means what? Blue flame. And incomplete combustion, yellow sooty flame. This is the two-way. Are you noting down the things or not, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody
Yes,
is
ma'am.
noting? Everybody is noting? So, complete combustion, when you will identify that this is a complete combustion, when there is blue flame, it is a complete combustion. But when there is incomplete combustion, there will be yellow sooty flame. What kind of flame will be? It will be yellow सूटी, धुआं धुआं yellow type का जब flame होता है तो वैसा combustion जो है complete combustion नहीं है. And why there is incomplete condition? What is the cause of incomplete combustion? No proper supply of air. There is no proper, when there is no proper supply of air, then it is what? Incomplete combustion. Okay. Saturated as well as unsaturated compound can undergo incomplete combustion. But what will be the condition over there? When there is not sufficient supply of air, then there will be incomplete combustion. Okay, class? ठीक है? Stove आप लोग जानते हैं ना? Stove? सब लोग सुने हैं stove का नाम? Everybody of you have heard about a stove? Gas stove? Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
You must have used
Yes,
it
ma'am.
also. So what happened in stove? There is a kind of pin there. This type of pin is used in the stove. What is the purpose of using that pin? You know what is the purpose? We pin the stove.
To clean the area so that it
Yes.
provide
We
sufficient
pin
air.
there is two outlet and inlet. In the stove there is outlet. Inlet for filling up what? Of the fuel, kerosene. And when the container, when we put it on the stove, it becomes black. Outside it starts getting carbon black over the container. We get to know that the combustion is not taking place completely. Incomplete combustion is going on. And in that case, what we have to do? We have to pin the stove. Why do we use this pin? We pin the area from the area which get close due to some particle. अगर वहां जाकर के कुछ फंस जाता है और proper air का supply नहीं हो पाता है, then there is incomplete combustion. And that is the condition when the container gets coated with the carbon black. Understood? Question भी है, book में
Yes,
लिखा
ma'am.
हुआ भी है. NCERT book है सबके पास? Everybody is having NCERT book? Please
Yes,
open
Yes,
your
ma'am.
book. Open your book. All of you have opened your book. You must sitting there with your videos on. Your video should be on. Everybody, you have opened your book. 1 minute. So what is written there? What is written there? Have you got the line? Last paragraph में last में लिखा होगा. Last line में देखो, check करो. Anybody? Aryan, Sanya, please read out. Please read out, anyone.
The gas kerosene stove used at home has inlets for air so that a sufficiently oxygen-rich mixture is burned to give a clean blue flame.
Okay. Inlet for air. Inlet for air इसलिए है क्योंकि अगर proper supply of air होगा, then there will be complete combustion, or else there will be what? Incomplete combustion. ठीक है? ठीक है ना? अब इवन गैस का बर्नर जो होता है, गैस जो हम लोग अभी यूज करते हैं, वी समटाइम्स वी डोंट गेट द फ्लेम कंप्लीटली, yellow flame starts coming out. In that condition, what you have to do? You have to clean the burner. करते हैं आप लोग घर में, सुने हो मम्मी से बर्नर जाम हो गया है, सुने हो ना आप लोग कि बर्नर सही से काम नहीं कर रहा है, फ्लेम अच्छे से नहीं निकल रहा है. तो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि वो जो छेद बना हुआ है, वो छेद किस लिए है? फॉर द सप्लाई ऑफ एयर. एंड इफ दैट विल गेट क्लोज, देन द बर्नर विल नॉट बर्न कंप्लीटली. अच्छे से वो बर्न नहीं हो पाएगा. ओके, ओके टू एवरीवन.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have two types of compound: saturated compound and what? Unsaturated. Can you give some example
ma'am.
of saturated compound?
Methane,
Or
Ethane,
propane,
Butane,
ठीक है. और
butane,
अनसैचुरेटेड में कौन कौन सा है?
benzene,
ethyne,
ethane, ethyne, propene,
Ma'am, alkene and alkyne group.
Alkene and alkyne group. Can you tell me the first member of third member of alkyne group? थर्ड मेंबर कौन होगा alkyne का?
butane.
Fine.
Is butane correct?
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Everybody,
Yes, ma'am.
everybody, you are saying butane is correct. What is the formula of butane? Molecular formula of butane?
C4H6.
Ma'am,
C4H6.
C4H6, butane. And what is the fifth member of alkene? Fifth member of alkene?
Hexene.
Huh?
Hexene.
Hexene.
Hexene,
Hexene. Can you write down hex2ene? Can you write down the structure of hex2ene? All of you write down quickly. Quickly write down. Hex2ene. जल्दी से लिखिए तो. I'm giving you 1 minute time. 1 minute time I am giving you, then you will switch on your video. Okay, all of you, one by one, show it to me. Sweta, where are you? Next, Aryan. Okay, Aryan. Oh, yeah. Bhavya and Sanya is also. Bhavya, I'm not getting the picture of clearly. Himanshu also. Priya. Priya. Okay, correct. X2in. Ratan Kumar Bharti. Ratan Kumar Bharti, show your video.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to see your notebook, Ratan Kumar Bharti. Notebook. Show me your notebook. Is it H2in? Ratan, you have put double bond after the third carbon. You have put double bond after third carbon. It is not H2in. It is Hex3in. Ratan corrected. Priya, show me your notebook. Priya. Correct. Priya, correct. Anurag. Anurag. Where are you, Anurag? हाँ, ये अनुराग है. हाँ, Anurag, correct. You have to put the double bond after the second carbon, not the third carbon. When I say hex 3, then after third carbon you will put. Bhavya? Bhavya, clearly I'm not able to see Bhavya. Okay, got it. Correct. Sanya? Yes, Sanya, show it to me. Not getting the clear picture, Sanya. Not able to see what you have written. Notebook is not clear. Okay, so all of you are able to do that. Now tell me one thing. My question is, which compound, saturated or unsaturated, which one? All of you switch on your videos. सब लोग अपना video खोलो. I want to see your face. Switch on your videos. All of you should sit with your videos. Your videos. Open Priya, Ratan, Bhavya, Anurag, everybody. Switch on your videos. Okay. Tell me, my question is, which compound, saturated or unsaturated compound? Out of saturated or unsaturated compound, which will contain more carbon percentage? Which will have the more percentage of carbon, saturated hydrocarbon or unsaturated hydrocarbon? Anyone can tell me? You can find it out even. You can find it out. Class 9, do you remember in class 9 you have done percentage of element in the compound? What was the formula for that? Can anyone tell me the formula? What was that formula? कैसे निकालेंगे आप? Percentage of element. My question मेरा question है, which contain